I'm Steve Granado. A pleasure to be alongside here with you. These two teams have duked it out twice this season, and, well, they've gone to one team. The Burbank Cougars have won both matchups here against the West Ranch Wildcats, but don't let that deter you. These two teams over the last couple of years have been tight neck and neck throughout the last 6 matchups. They've split them evenly, 3-3. So we'll see who's going to come out on top here today.
Yeah, you're right, guys. One thing we're looking out here for tonight, Kean Albandi, the senior, taking back to the floor. One of the leaders of this club. As we look towards him here this evening, need him to get about 10, 15 points. Guy to look out for here tonight, Blake Klassen, enters today on a 7-game hitting streak. He's batting .571 throughout it. 2 homers and 6 RBIs throughout it. The kid is tearing the cover off the baseball right now. Look to him to stay hot here in this matchup tonight.
And who would you rather have? If you're the Rangers, Maya Madrano leading in aces here tonight, leading in aces on the season. Fullart. Hot. Can they handle? They do. Corbin. Found it! Webb is moving on to the second round.
How sweet does it sound? Back-to-back Boris Classic South champs. The J. Sarah Lions take down La Mirada for a second consecutive year.
And Pansino held CSUN to that 6-run mark.
Tight to the line, racing over, reaching over, falling over, and hanging on. What a play by Hannah Howell. One away. Tripped up and just barely saving it was Mulani. Here's a pass in front, Spring can't cover, rolls out, flipped up, score! Gabby Cox trickles over the top of Annie Spring. Boston's moving on to the gold medal game. Gang in the middle, way up high. They got a break inside 5 meters at some point, and just kind of a botch play. Here's a turnover, and we're tied again! Eddie Moneta on the board, under 60 to go. The Chiefs going with the full court pressures. Chloe Stewart looks to break it. She passes midcourt on the far sideline. Stewart all the way to the rack, goes up. Body falls down. Stewart goes up, gets fouled, counted. She's going to the line. Vardanyan, a couple of nifty moves now as she tries to send it to the middle of Wilmore. Wilmore has to play it back to Fong. Fong here on the right, crosses over, searches for Lavin Mars, who settles the ball. One touch, puts one towards, off the crossbar and in. Bar down for Ryan Lavin Mars. It's 4-zip. Well, I want to talk a little bit about Kyle Nance now here as we have a second. And Nance has been here now 4 years. He's the only player on the ice that has played in all 4 championships, as he has been with every single one with Paul Willett. Now, Kyle Nance's girlfriend, Jessica, actually has been one of his biggest supporters, and that's no surprise, obviously. This is Jessica's shoes. She got custom shoes made with Kyle's headshot on them. She wears them, comes out to every game, travels on the road. She was here last season as well when Kern County dropped that game 1-0 to the East County Outlaws. So obviously the boys on the ice have it hard, but sometimes the girlfriends have it hard too.
Dave, obviously didn't end the way you wanted to, but the way this team has played down the stretch here in this playoff set, what has it meant for you guys here to really turn on the Jets towards the end of the season?
It's been quite a journey, and I'm very proud of these guys.
Okay, Ryan, I want to throw you into a situation here. Bases loaded, late in the game, and Kay's calling you to throw your curveball. What's your kind of your mentality when you get into a situation like that? Let's say this guy's fouled off a couple of pitches, a couple fastballs in a row in that full count. What's your confidence level at that time to kind of throw that off-speed pitch, and you know you can throw it for a strike?
I'm pretty confident to throw it in any count. It's kind of my go-to. I really like to throw it, after, like you said, after they foul up a couple of fastballs, keep them off balance. I like to start it in on them and just have it break back over the plate.
And you're showing me that your curve actually is a little different as far as the grip is concerned. You're not necessarily putting your fingers on the laces itself. So what are you doing grip-wise here?
I'm more in the middle, actually, of like the horseshoe, and then I just try to come over the top and snap it.
So you're relying more on your wrist action as opposed to the actual grip. And as far as, because you're a 3-pitch pitcher and you're not one of those guys that's going to, you know, as far as your fastball isn't exactly the one that's going to be your out pitch, or the one, you can challenge sometimes, but it's not going to be your best pitch in that situation. So as far as your difference between your curve change fastball, is there any difference arm slot wise, arm action wise? What are you kind of going through mentally when you're on the hill in those situations?
When I throw my curveball, I like to envision getting more on the top of it to get more of the vertical break. And sometimes on like a 0-2, 1-2 count, I'll try and get more on the side of it, have it break more out like a fishing pitch.
That's been the go-to pitch for you all season long. And like you said, the confidence level with that. Are you more comfortable throwing that pitch than anything else?
I'm almost as comfortable I'd say I'm more comfortable throwing my curveball than my fastball, to be honest with you. It's become more of my my fastball, actually.
Kyle Nance picks up 2 goals there in that first period. Obviously a huge point for you. You were talking, as you mentioned during the pregame there, about how important he has been, and he's been right there, your right-hand man over the last 4 years. How important really has he been to this team this year?
Well, obviously, I think like you just said, this year, but in 4 years,